Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? Greg here from AirDXB, just to give you your monthly roundup as I always do. So let's get into it. Let's talk about April. April notoriously is a great month because it sits in high season. But as we have seen in the past few years, I beg your pardon, that Ramadan has been over this period, which has actually forced rates down. Now, for the first time in the last few years, we've now actually seen April without Ramadan encroaching into it. And so we have seen a great surge in rates and occupancy. So I'm delighted to announce that occupancy was at the 90% level for the month of April. So with booking lead time, as you all know, we leave prices as high as we can for as long as we can. And that is why we are seeing 70% of our bookings coming in within 7 days before the guest check-in. Now that is going to change. As we move into low season, we know that there are a lot less people traveling to Dubai. So the key here is to get occupancy. So we've been working with pricing over the summer months in the last 2 or 3 months and bringing that down to levels that we know that we can now secure bookings for you, because as we know, it gets very, very hot in Dubai and everything slows down. So delighted to announce that at this stage, as we now move into May, we are already 76% booked up. And in fact, as we moved into May, we were actually 100% occupied for 3 days coming out of April into May. Now, May is the transitional month. This is the month where, as you will feel it, temperatures are soaring. It's about 40-45 degrees. So of course, this has a knock-on effect with tourism. So tourism does drop, which means naturally your rates will drop. So the bookings we have secured so far, roughly the 75%, which I've just said, is at the mid to high level bracket. So your return, your rates being booked mid to high level. Now, all bookings from now going forward, they will be low rates that will be achieved because it is now low season. So the next 2, 3, 4 months right through September, sadly, it is that time of year, rates will drop, and we do see a drop of around 50 to 60%. So just raising that now. For those that have been with us in the previous summers, you get this. Dubai is seasonal, but this is all about securing you income, making sure there's a consistent revenue coming through, because what we don't want to do is price your property too high and it sits empty, then there is no income achieved month on month. So expect the next 2 to 3 months at a high season level. Expect your average booking to be a lot longer. That will move up to about 20-25 days. That's what we see as a company on average for the length of stays that people book. Right. Okay, so what is the real estate market doing at the moment? Well, rental rates are seeing a sharp decline. So, according to Property Monitor, in January 2024, total rental units stood at 51,957. But by April 2025, the number had dropped to just 29,057. That's a 44% decrease in 16 months. That is huge. That is a crash. Now, whatever way you look at it, that number is so severe, that is a crash. So, while there were brief periods of recovery, such as October 2024, the downward trend remained clear. The most concerning drop? Well, a 23% decline in just 1 month, from 37,883 units in March 2025 to 29,057 in April 2025. So this has just happened. This is in the last 2 months, a 23% decline in transactions for rental. I mean, that is massive. So this decline highlights key flaws in long-term rentals. So locked-in rates, the rising vacancy periods, and a lack of flexibility in adapting to the market shifts. Short-term rentals, on the other hand, adjust pricing dynamically, cater to high demand periods, and yield greater returns per unit. The data is clear. Short-term rentals provide control, flexibility, and higher earning potential. Well, our Q1 2025 report is now live, and you'll find the link in this email, so please do have a look. There's lots of very important information there for you. Our Learning and Development Manager, Karen, will be breaking it all down in a separate video below, so please check that out for deeper insights. So to keep this level, looking at the numbers, the Dubai real estate market is showing clear signs of slowing growth. Although, yes, transaction volumes rose 22% from Q1 2024 to Q1 2025, but when you look at the data and compare trends, this is noticeably lower than the 30% surge from the previous year, 2023 to 2024, marking a 10% decline in growth. So yes, we are growing, but a far slower pace, showing stabilization. Quarter-on-quarter figures paint an even sharper picture, with a 3% drop in value and a 9% drop in transaction volume Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. The market is at the tipping point, and I truly believe that we should be focusing more on month-on-month and quarter-on-quarter, not necessarily on year-on-year, because as we know, the Dubai market is very volatile. Okay, so what's my advice? My advice would be stay in control. You've heard me say this so many times. The market is changing, and it is changing for the negative. We are seeing huge shifts within the marketplace. So short-term offers you that control. So for more details on this, please check out our Q1 2025 real estate report in this email. So thank you so much for your attention. We look forward to progressing into summer, securing you lots and lots of bookings to get us through that tougher time. And any questions you've got, please do contact us. Thank you very much and have a great day.